Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Hanifah Nuridmi Fatona dari kelas 12 IPA 5. Trump killed a major report on Nature, still trying to publish in any way. The first full draft on the assessment on the state of American land, water, and wildlife was weak from completion. The project leaders called the study too important to die. The draft was almost ready for submission, due in less than a month. More than 115 scientists and other experts had collectively spent thousands of hours working on the report. A first of its kind assessment of nature across the United States. But President Trump ended the effort, started under the Biden administration by executive order. So, on January 30, the project director and environmental specialist named Phil Levin sent an email telling members on his team their work had been discontinued. But it wasn't only email he sent that day. This work is too important to die, Dr. Levin wrote in a separate email to the report author. This one from his personal account. The country needs what we were producing. Now, key experts who work on the report called the National Nature Assessment are figuring out how to finish and publish it outside the government, according to interview with 9 of the leading authors. There amazingly unanimous broad consensus what we ought to carry on with the work, said Howard Frumkin, a professor emeritus of environmental science at the University of Washington School of Public Health, who was leading a chapter on natural effects on human health and well-being. The study was intended to measure how the national land, water, and wildlife are faring, how they are expected to change, and what they mean for people. Most on the 20 chapters were written by team on a dozen or so specialists, while some were federal employees. A vast majority on the author came from outside government, academia, non-profit groups, and the private sector, and they were already volunteering their time. Most or all the team were expecting to continue their work, the author said. The first complete draft had been due February 11 when the researchers were told the project had been cancelled. Some had almost finished their chapter, were simply publishing. Others had been racing against the deadline. Rajat Panwar, a professor of responsibility and sustainable business at Oregon State University, who was leading the chapter of nature and the economy, was preparing slides to present his section when he got the news. He said the team he recruited saw and still sees the work as a calling to help solve of its generation's most pressing problem, the loss of nature and biodiversity. The dependence of the economy on nature, a theme explored in his group 600-word chapter. It's understood and understood and underappreciated, Dr. Panwar said. But the effort to publish outside the government raised major questions that are under discussion. What is the best way to publish? How will the author ensure rigor and peer review? Who is their target audience? Since federal employees will not be able to continue, who will pay for certain critical coordinating roles? Who will provide the oversight that came from a federal steering committee? And perhaps the trickiest question, how can the report maintain the stature and the influence of a government assessment, now how it won't be realized by the government. We just want to make sure that whatever product in product really had the potential to move needle on the conversation all the way from the dinner table in individual family to Hall of Congress, said Chris Field, director of the Wood Institution for the Environment at Stanford University, who was leading the chapter on nature and climate change. Legal issues related to ownership on the world showed to be a problem, said Peter Lee, a professor of law at the University of California, Davis, who specialized in intellectual property law and was not involved in the effort. As a general rule, government work are not subject to copyright, Mr. Lee said. The draft was developed under the auspices on the U.S. Global Change Research Program, the same federal group that oversees national climate assessment. But while those reports are mandated by Congress, the nature assessment received authority through an executive order issued by President Biden. To left the project more vulnerable, it became one of a slow Biden-era environmental order that Mr. Trump revoked of his first day in office. Mr. Trump has also frozen climate spending, began withdrawing the United States from the main global pact to tackle climate change, and launched an assault on wind energy while seeking to expand fossil fuels. By the end of January, the federal web page of the National Nature Assessment had been taken down. Nature supports our economy, our health and well-being, national security, and safety from fire and floods, said Dr. Levin, the former director of the report. The loss of the National Natural Assessment meant that we're losing important information we need to ensure the nature people and thrive. Dr. Levin declined to comment on the report feature. The Trump administration did not address questions about why they canceled the effort, but Anna Kelly, a spokeswoman for the White House, said Mr. Trump would unleash American energy potential and simulation ensure that our nation, land, and water can be enjoyed for generations to come. Christopher Scale, an assessment professor of ecology at the University of California, Berkeley, and the lead author of a chapter called Nature and Equality in the USA, said the belief that a focus of environmental justice made the assessment more for a target for the Trump administration. Equality and inclusion, the Environmental Protection Agency of Office Environment. The variety of life on Earth is declining faster than in many times in human history. According to landmark global scientific assessment, the National Nature Assessment was intended to provide a much more robust picture of the state of play for the United States and the other side. Daniel Ignace, an associate professor in the Department of Forest Research at the University of Minnesota and the lead author of a chapter on the driver of change in nature, said her team felt the importance on the work more strongly than ever. It's calling to this conscious this week through, Dr. Ignace said. We're not going to stop. Sekian dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.